at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, yo, I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a, boy, so, boy, no, I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time, we was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, yo, I'm too up, brown blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And they'll go on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Leopard. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
From the gun, Nolan. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Nolan. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Nolan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green 39.
From the gun, Nolan. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Over, 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 over! Hot!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. 319. 319.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Leopard. Leopard. Hut.
Now they try the right side here. And he works free. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They run a draw here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Nolan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Nolan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and 10. Nolan going to look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again. Nolan. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. And Wilson has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A handoff to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From the gun, Nolan. This is going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That one goes for 36 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 52 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
On 1st down, Nolan. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He finds Ross right side. It's complete. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a 1st down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down. Nolan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Ross. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move And then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Cedric Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long for Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. They'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. And this is caught. That's Watkins.
Wrap up.
Sammy Watkins. He's going to go past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Sammy Watkins, 88 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First down, Mayfield.
He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want to.
You're without a doubt. And
he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down. Nolan, he's going to go for a big play downfield. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And there he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials. Something that can...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Nolan. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nolan. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue line.
Throwing again. Nolan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Nolan. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Mayfield. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This one left side caught by Patterson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew.